with y'all, man? Fully focused, holla back at your boy, right? So, today, it's been a while since I dropped another video. So, I'm gonna try to get it back up to consistency again. So, it's more of, I talked about the financial level up, right? Your physical level up. Now let's get into more of the spiritual. I think I talked about mental level up previously too. So in life, right? I gotta get around. You need to maintain. You need to focus on all these aspects. You can divide them into 4. You can include social too, but when you're trying to work on yourself, you got to think of your finances, how your body is, because when the physical world, you have to treat our body like a temple, right? Your mental, what you do mentally, government is a virus. What you do mentally translates into, the physical world, what you do, what you talk to yourself. It's who you are. Then there's your spiritual. Not everybody is going to have this, but those are the normal people. Those are the people that are average, part of society. You have to look at, the greats, people in the top level of whatever professional class that they're in. They usually have some type of spiritual connection to some, maybe religion, or it doesn't necessarily have to be. It could be, it's usually tied to religion. So some type of non-physical presence within the world. Not everybody's gonna be Christian. You don't have to believe in what I believe in. You don't have to believe in what your neighbor believes in, but they center themselves because you need to be entwined with this higher divinity, existential type of reality. Usually what happens when you have a spirit, now, a spirit, your soul, angels, demons, I don't want to say that, but there's, I just, angels up in here, man. You start to have this connection. It helps you. You're connected with your true self, your honest self. When I'm praying or when I'm learning and studying about the Bible, it helps me understand more about, because I believe in God. You don't necessarily have to have physical proof. That's the thing. People, they need physical substance in order to believe nowadays what's actually happening. I don't necessarily need the physical proof, because my answers have sort of been answered. My prayers have been answered in some sort of way. I just had to figure out what's been presented to me, right? I'm connecting myself with my spiritual we say spiritual entity, which is for the Almighty High, the Most High. Others, they could do Buddhist pranayama. Is that how you say it? Or something. Islam is the same thing, except for Christians, it's just a different denomination. They believe in, the Prophet Muhammad, and they just said Jesus was a prophet, not, whatever it is you yourself, you you need to have that in order to maintain composure. That's the essence of it. It maintains your composure as well. Obviously, it's a part of your belief system, right? I mentioned before, you need to have a belief system, principles, your spiritual intuition, your spiritual belief. It helps impact pretty much everything. I have it because it gives me financial knowledge. It gives me management of my mental health. The physical comes with both of that, so indirectly. Oh no, you treat your body as a temple, so it's still directly, it's like a direct and indirect influence. But it ties in and is one of the most important things because people don't tend to focus on that. You know, you don't have to believe in anything, and that's perfectly fine. But understand that there's certain phenomena when you're being put into situations in order to elevate yourself up. It's not more of coincidence. There is more, it happened on purpose, man. It was for a reason. Me within my situation, with my journey, it started 2020. So usually by like the end of spring, starting of the summer, or even earlier than that, I came to, a realization point. This was, when COVID hit, man, I was not the same person. I was still developing. I was like, I recently turned 21. I'm 22 right now. I'll be 23 in a couple months. But mentally, it was like I was mentally capable. The potential was there. I had a lot of intellect that was untapped. Everything that I had, I was not the same person I was a year ago. I was not the same person at all. Not the same person at all. I'm naturally introverted. Back then I was trying to be extroverted. I was trying to see, what's hot. Thankfully I was still, doing at least well in school. But all this mental toughening, this knowledge that I have, I didn't necessarily level up because I was fitting into the crowd. I was blending. That's what David Goggins says in one of the videos. Blending in, you know what I'm saying? And I was in my lowest point. You don't grow until you hit your rock bottom. That's the thing. That's what you have to understand. And once you're in your rock bottom, everything will start to unfold and start to, piece together. That's if you allow it. That's if you allow it. That's if you allow it. That's if you have the faith in it. So, with me, I hit my rock bottom, and I was in all sorts of things. I was smoking weed, way too much. I was more in denial of it, that I was, over consuming it to overcome, my problems and my struggles. I may even had depression at one. Well, I don't even know. I don't want to self-diagnose myself, but maybe it was to that point, man. I was hearing demons. I couldn't sleep alone. It was at that point I was struggling. I wasn't doing my work. I still pulled off fairly decent, above average, but not like excellent within that semester. Which I messed up a little bit. It was mostly B's, which for my standards is okay, but a little bit below average. Having just straight B's across the board, but I had, my insecurities. I wasn't as I was just unaware. I was ignorant. I was I would lie a lot. So people would, accept me. I did this, I did that, man. I was too attached to, my ex at the time. You know what I'm saying? I didn't develop the RP. The RP didn't come in. It didn't help me wake up myself to what the reality actually is, which I'm glad it is now, because it's a lot more prevalent nowadays than ever before, right? I was I was insecure. I was pretty skinny. I didn't put in the work in the gym as much as I wanted to. I never held myself accountable. I was at my lowest point, right? That's what I'm saying. This is where the spiritual comes in. I strayed away my faith from God. I'm Christian. I don't really have a denomination. I just say I'm just Christian. I believe in one God. I believe in Jesus Christ. I believe in the Bible. And what that did for me, and when my journey started to unravel, I was getting closer and closer. It was like a back and forth movement. I would get close, pull back, but then I get close, pull back, get close, pull back. In my relationship with God, and I was out. There was BLM, and there was then I went back to school. Then the internship, everything got popping. Now it's like it's heating up, and when it's heating up, the pressure and then the heat, they start to apply onto you. That's when you develop these tools and tricks. That's where I myself, and I'm still doing this, building my confidence. Some days you're gonna fall off, like I said before, with humans. I built my confidence. I was trying to pick my brain apart to see where my deficiencies were and where my strengths were, how to maximize and optimize those strengths. I'm still doing it to this day. And then understand, me myself, as a man, the RP, modern dynamic, with this dating system or the culture or whatever it is, this dynamic with within my generation especially, and it's now affecting older generations because there's social media and all that stuff nowadays. You become more aware, and that's only because of I connected myself with my belief system within the spiritual realm, right? And it helps me instill faith. It helps me instill the discipline. It helps. It provides you, it provides you clarity. It provides you with this relief. If you have nobody to talk, like right now, it's me versus everybody, bro. I mean, at this point right now, it's me versus everybody, and the only person that's so far that's really truly on my team is God. And for me, I feel like I can talk to God about anything. I know especially back then when I wasn't as honest. I was honest to a degree, especially, when I was younger. I was honest to a degree, but I would also lie a lot too. But it helped me become honest nowadays, and that helped me become modest and helped me become the person who I am right now. And it's gonna help me become the person who I will be, in the future. You know what I'm saying? There was things when I was insecure, being honest with yourself, holding yourself accountable. That's something that has really picked up within this past year and a half. You know what I'm saying? To the point where, then you don't care. Having your faith, because when you're going through your journey, man. You go through your journey, you are going to be hit with obstacles. You are going to be hit with try to put you down, oppressors. You can say that, but don't have that victim mindset. Don't get it twisted. You're gonna have these difficulties brought upon you, but the thing that has to keep you going when your back is against the wall, when you are in doubt, when you are in mental torment, when you are suffering, when you don't know, why you keep doing this. Something's not working, right? You're putting in the work. You say you're putting in the work, you're putting in the hours. When you have faith, it makes you think, am I really doing this? Am I really going hard enough? Do I have to go harder? Do I have to, what do I got to do? Do I got to get colder? Do I have to, tweak my game plan a little bit? Because when you have faith, this is you don't know if it's guaranteed, but you trust that it will eventually. Something like that. Well, that's not the exact definition, but you trust it is something eventually. It's what creates you, man. You go through these situations to help you progress. You go through these challenges, man. You go through the pain. You go through your struggle because it makes you the strongest and the best. And you become the best version of yourself, bro. At the end of the day, and that's what men really need to do. Whatever it is, man, it doesn't matter. Get a Bible or get something. Have this because this is necessary for you a lot. Necessary for you a lot. And I can guarantee to you, what was it, a year and a half ago, not a year ago. Yeah, a year and a half ago. So, I keep on forgetting. A year and a half. To be honest, it's almost going to be 2 years. So I'm going to just say 2 years. The person I was 2 years ago. Would thank me. Would thank me. The person I was would thank me for the phenomena that happened with me in my life. I know it's all because God put me through it, and whatever it is, God still puts me through it because there's a light at the end of the tunnel. You just gotta see that light, no matter how bright or dim it is. It's there, and the person will thank me. Honestly, I thank myself. And I still have faith, still to this day, when something is brought on me. It's not because it's not to ruin me. It's to better myself. I just need to figure out why this is, what's happening, and what the lesson is. That overall, it helps you understand. There's only lessons, not losses. There's only lessons, not losses. So that's the video, man, that I wanted to talk about. Becoming the best version of yourself. It is a process. You need to have this. I feel like you need to have this in order to really attain that level up, because it intertwines with everything else. And man, we find our purpose in life. I feel like this made me find my purpose in life. So this was good. So 0.01, 1% better every day. Like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on IG. And share this with somebody that needs to see it. I'll back at your boy. Alright, y'all. Peace.